of a win and coming into practice week. Does that make it a little more exciting?
Yeah, definitely it makes it a little bit more exciting. Let's backtrack a little bit more. So, coming out of there against Syracuse, we didn't, as a team, we didn't really like the feeling and the taste that was in our mouth after losing that game. So we just came prepared and we knew what we had to do to make things and get things back on track to where we know that we were supposed to be playing at. So last week, I felt like that everybody from special teams to offense and defense as a whole just had a good practice and came out there and we just took transition from practice to game day and just went there to that new stadium that UAB has and just did what we were supposed to do and executed the game plan just like we were supposed to. But yeah, definitely coming back this week, we have a little bit more energy, a little bit more juice and drive because we know that we're getting back on track to where we know where we're supposed to be playing at the level we're supposed to be playing at. So yeah, it's just a different feeling this week, and it's been like that since last week, just because we knew that we had to get back on track and then focus up more than what we have the last couple weeks.
Defensively, you guys, I think, made 9 straight stops at one point in that game. How were you guys able to be so dominant out there?
Oh man, that's crazy. I didn't even know it was that many, but just going out there and just executing. That's all we can do. Just play one play at a time. And, don't worry about the next play. Just worry about the play that's in front of you right now. And I think that a lot of the guys just honed in on assignments, keys, and reads, and just reacted and did what they were supposed to do and just executed at the highest level that they could.
Go to Damien from the News in Advance.
Javon, this year compared to the past 2 years, you haven't had to play as many snaps with Rocket as your backup. How's your body feeling, through this point of the season compared to the past 2 years?
I definitely feel a lot fresher. I feel a lot fresher from the mental side and body wise too. So just having a addition to behind me and a guy like Rocket that he knows what he's doing. He's physical. He's smart. He's mentally stable to play that rover position. It just gives me a lot of breaks and opportunities to get my mental right and possibly just get the breaks that I need and just come back out there and just play at a higher level of competition. So just having a guy like him is really helpful and beneficial and throughout the season and it has been so far this season up to this point.
Don with the Sea of Red.
Hey, Javon, how would you grade the defense's overall performance through the first 5 games? I mean, I know you guys as a team are 4-1, and defense has some, good stats and held some teams low in scores and yards. But in your opinion, what would you think of the defense? How have you guys graded out?
I'll say our first half defense from this point up to here is probably like a B plus, but I can say our second half has probably been the strongest that it's always been. Every game so far is we start off a little slow and then by that second half we crank it up and everybody starts to really lock it in and we just got that no more mentality. So I grade this second half probably around a so totally probably like B minus B plus.
And just as a follow-up to that, I mean, you're one of the team leaders, defensive leader. What are you guys saying and talking about as far as, how can you guys get out to a better start in the game on defense?
Just bring more energy and bring more juice and just focus more. That's all it is to it. It's just that we just gotta focus more and really just play ball and just don't go out there thinking too much. Because when you think too much, you react slower than what you're supposed to be reacting. So once everybody stop thinking and then we just play, everybody understands and on watching TV and even the other team, they see how dominant as a defense we can be.
Damien.
Hey, Javon, I know the coaching staff holds you to a high standard, so a missed tackle here and there is actually, for them, it's like, wow, what's going on? Is anything been going on, or it's just, you just get in the position and just haven't been able to wrap up a tackle here and there throughout the first 5 weeks?
Nah, it is what it is. It's just I gotta just lock in more. That's all it is to it. Ain't nothing major.
I noticed in like the Old Dominion game, it was kind of hard to bring down Lala a couple times. But I mean, was that just one of those cases where that guy was just able to make a few misses, just like in high school?
Nah, not at all. It's just that my angles was bad. I just got to get better angles. That's all.
Javon, what about the play of Story Jackson? He's come in and putting up a lot of numbers, leading the team in tackles,
Yeah.
and got an interception Saturday night. How good has he been? And a little bit of a refresher for this team to have that jolt of energy from a new guy.
We got a lot of new guys that got a lot of jolt energy for sure. But Story in particular, he's a fast, violent, and physical guy. So everything he does is going to be 100 miles per hour. If he messes up, if he does it right, it doesn't matter. Like, he's physical. He's going to let you know he's there. And he just brings a lot of juice and a lot of energy. And that right there just brings more out of me, too, because I have a lot of energy, too. And if I see another one having a lot of energy, that just gives me more energy. And now two people with a lot of energy builds it to four. Now four builds it to seven. Now seven, the whole team has the energy. So just him being that energizer bunny or that energizer, that battery, him being that energizer battery is just he's brought a lot of productivity and a lot of like change to the linebacker room plus the defense as a whole. He's everywhere. He's sideline to sideline, north south physical. He's fast. He's violent. He's in the backfield. He's guarding backs out of the backfield down the field. Whatever it is that you need Story to do. He's going to be that guy that we know that we can count on, and he's going to go out there and make the play, just as well as a couple freshman guys too. So just like Body, he's a guy that stepped up a lot too these past few weeks, and I can see he's playing excellent ball too.
Javon, I want to ask you about Middle Tennessee this week. With Cunningham at quarterback, they're running some of that +1 quarterback runs in addition to being able to throw the ball around. How essential is it going to be just reading everything and fitting your gaps this week against Middle Tennessee?
It's definitely going to be a game that we have to have good eyes and good focus to. Quarterback, he has a decent arm too. Receivers have speed too. So just with that right there, it just tells you right now. So you can't really just lock in on the receivers, or you can't just take your eyes off the receivers to lock in on the quarterback, because that's when big plays happen. So just as long as we go out there, we communicate and everybody plays their gaps and everybody plays gap sound and sound and physical football, and just communicate, like I said, over-the-top communication and over-the-top eye discipline, and we'll be pretty straight going into this game.